beginning and an end. Whoa, this is what it feels like.
We acknowledge we are hosted on the lands of the Mississaugas of the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Wendat. We also recognize the enduring presence of all First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples.
Good evening, honored guests, colleagues, parents, and family members of the graduates. And good evening to Silverthorne's graduating class of 2021. Welcome to our second virtual commencement that we are having here at Silverthorne. I'm sorry that it is a virtual commencement, but it is what we're going through at the moment. We will do our best to make it appear that we are in the evening of June the 29th, which would have been commencement. Congratulations on reaching a milestone in your life. Graduating from high school is a special time for you and your family. You have worked hard to accomplish this feat and are now looking forward to entering an independent stage where you will shape what you do and how you will go about it. Your family has done their part in helping you. Now the responsibility lies with you. Parents, it is time to loosen the reins. Class of 2021, tonight we celebrate your accomplishments and wish you well in what lies ahead for you. Your time at Silverthorne will undoubtedly help you navigate the route ahead. The relationships that you made with classmates and staff were developed over time and through many events, both in person and virtual. Your teachers worked with you and beside you throughout your time at SCI. It is they who pushed you to challenge yourself, and it is also them who held back when they saw that you needed space to deal with something personal. We have been part of your high school journey, and tonight we are all proud of you. You will recall Silverthorne Collegiate as the place where you harnessed skills to tackle challenges that you face on a daily basis. I have confidence that you are prepared and ready to take on what lies ahead. As you move forward, I ask you to not fear failure, but to learn from it. Michael Jordan, the best basketball player of all time, until Kawhi came to Toronto, of course. But Michael Jordan said the following: I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot, and I missed. I've failed over and over and over in my life, and that's why I succeed. If we have learned anything over the past year and a half, it is that things can change quickly and unpredictably. So please do not panic if your vision today changes in a couple of years. It only means that you are finding a different route. I hope that your time at Silverthorne, both in person and virtually, has helped you to understand that we all change as we grow and mature. And what we thought was important yesterday isn't necessarily the same today. You might start out as a chemist, then change to a tradesperson. Who knows? Whatever you choose, simply do your best and trust that things will fall into place. To all the parents and guardians, it does not seem that long ago that you brought home a baby. That baby's now before you, graduating from high school. Tonight, your baby's celebrating commencement. They've graduated high school and are now Silverthorne Collegiate alumni. Tomorrow, your children will begin the journey to paying taxes. And I wish them all careers that pay lots and lots of taxes, because we're all getting old and we will need their help. Grads, your parents have shown patience, have guided you and loved you unconditionally. Please join me in recognizing your parents and guardians by giving them a big hug for everything that they have done for you and will continue to do for you. Go ahead, I'll wait for you. Thank you, good job. On a personal note, I can relate to all the parents watching. The class of 2021 represents my third commencement as a parent. The youngest of the three Iski boys had his virtual commencement last week. The emotions that parents are feeling, I went through them last week. It is an extremely proud feeling. Although we have all been on the same unpredictable path over the past year and a half, each of you graduates have taken a different route to get to this point. There have been some difficult times and a number of momentous ones. Through it all, you have support from your teachers, family, and friends. It is these journeys that have thus far defined your character and accomplishments. No one has a say into whether they are born in a free country, a war-torn country, what socioeconomic bracket, or even who their family members are. But because we are privileged to live and learn in this amazing country of ours, Canada, we do have control over helping others, respecting others, being tolerant of others, and above all, accepting of everyone around us. I sincerely believe and am proud that Silverthorne's class of 2021 live and reflect these values. Your leadership and charity over the past 4 years speaks for themselves. Graduates, you have been an exceptional class. You have persevered through a generational pandemic, and your leadership was evident at Zoomatu, in the many sporting venues prior to COVID, in our hallways, and of course, virtually. Your accomplishments in the classroom are well documented, and we are all proud of you. Your teachers have put a lot of time, effort, and have demonstrated patience as you work through at least 30 courses. Your success reflects on all of us. I'd like to end by acknowledging our global situation and reflect about certain historic events that will help us cope and move forward. What I'm about to read to you was posted on Facebook by a friend of mine. Imagine being born in 1900. When you are 14 years old, World War I begins. It ends when you are 18, with at least 22 million people dead. Shortly thereafter, the world pandemic known as the Spanish flu takes grip of the entire world. The Spanish flu kills 50 million people. At 20, you feel alive and free. At the age of 29, you survived the global economic crisis that started with the collapse of the New York Stock Exchange, causing high inflation, massive unemployment, and hunger. This was the Great Depression. The Nazis come to power when you are 33 years old. You are 39 when World War II begins. It ends when you are 45 during the Holocaust. 6 million Jews die, and a total of 75 million people die in the war. There is a total of more than 150 million people who have died due to war and a pandemic so far in your life. It doesn't stop there. At the age of 52, the Korean War begins. At 64, the Vietnam War begins and ends when you are 75 years old. So let's put this into perspective. In 2021, many of us live in comfort we have electricity, phone, food, hot water, and a roof over our heads. We even have access to various sources of entertainment while we're at home, and often have more than what we need for necessities. We have access to health professionals, educators, farmers, democratic government, and free and open society. The previous generations have shown us that we are able to survive disasters and help each other improve humanity. It is now our time to do so, and I have confidence that it will happen. We are so fortunate. We're so fortunate that scientists around the world have worked so hard and have developed a vaccine that ends this pandemic. Let's be part of the solution that will make our world a better place. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the entire community, the staff of Silverthorne Collegiate, Ms. Sunak, Mrs. Deo, Mrs. Wiley, and me, the proud principal of Silverthorne Collegiate, congratulations, class of 2021, and may you carry the Spartan spirit forever. Thank you very much.
We now have a message from Ward 2, Trustee McLean, Etobicoke Center, MPP Surma, and Superintendent Campbell.
On behalf of the Director of Education, Karen Faulkner, myself, and my 21 colleagues on the Board of Trustees, I wish to extend congratulations to the 2021 graduating class of Silverthorne Collegiate. This hasn't been the senior year you'd hoped for, or the year we planned for you. And we should all be here celebrating. But it hasn't quite been that way, and we feel bad about that. But we've been really impressed with how hard you've worked, you've persevered, your families have supported you. I hope that it doesn't diminish your sense of accomplishment from all that you've been able to achieve. We wish you the best of luck at whatever's next for you. Most will be university, community college, some will be the workplace. We wish you the best of luck as you go forward. I hope you look back at your years at Silverthorne and remember the people you spent it with, the shared memories you have. I hope you take a moment to think about the administrators, the principals, everyone in the building whose life work it is to provide you the best educational experience they can. I also hope you take a moment to thank your family and friends that have supported you throughout the year. Congratulations and best of luck to the 2021 Silverthorne Collegiate graduating class. Well done.
Hi, it's Kinga Surma, your MPP for Etobicoke Center. It has been a challenging year for all of us, but especially for students here in Etobicoke Center. I would like to congratulate you on your high school graduation. You have overcome many obstacles and shown your prudence. As you open a new and exciting chapter in your life, I wish you all the best in your future career plans, whether it is learning a trade or starting your new studies at post-secondary. I wish you all the best. Be resilient and never give up. I believe you will be successful in your endeavors, and your generation will shape our province for the best and make our country proud.
Congratulations to all of you. This is going to be the most talked about and studied year of education in history. All of you have managed to make it through and graduate in the middle of a time that will undoubtedly go down in history. So you are the history makers. The relationships that you have made and the connections to learning that have become important to you are the things that you will remember as you move on to the chosen path. I chose this quote from George Washington Carver, one of the most prominent scientists in the 20th century. Not just because I think he is a very interesting human being with an amazing social conscience, but because it encompasses what I truly believe to be the essence of education. If you think carefully about your 14 years or so in school, You will understand that what you have learned is really about how to treat others and how you wish to be treated. Everything has been shaped first by your families and then by all the academic, extracurricular, and personal experiences that you have had. Be strong. Always stand up for yourself and stand up for others when they are unable to. One of the interesting things about graduation is that it makes you take stock of the time you spend in school and the people who got you through. Thank them all. Thank your teachers, the staff in the office, the caretakers who kept the building open and working, and most of all, your families who have been with you this entire time and have supported you. It is these folks who will support you as you move beyond school life. Stay close to those who love you and keep well.
Hello, my name is Ivan Baker. I'm the Member of Parliament for Etobicoke Centre. Thank you so much for inviting me to be part of your convocation ceremony today. Congratulations. Congratulations on your graduation, on all the hard work that you've done, and all that you've accomplished. And I hope that in the weeks and the months to come that you really have a chance to celebrate this even more and savor it even more and think even more about what this will allow you to do in the years to come. When speakers like me are invited to come to a graduation ceremony, we're often asked to impart some words of advice, something that the graduates will find useful in the years to come. And so I wanted to share a very brief story with you about Winston Churchill, who offered some advice that I thought you would all find useful. Many years ago, he was Prime Minister of the United Kingdom and was invited to speak at a school gathering, not unlike a convocation ceremony. You can imagine with the Prime Minister visiting, everyone was on their best dress, everyone was on their best behavior. The principal escorted the Prime Minister to the front of the auditorium where all the students were gathered and waiting. And the principal went on to give a long and glowing introduction of the Prime Minister, all of his accomplishments, all of his hard work as Prime Minister and before. And then he invited the Prime Minister to come up and deliver his speech. Winston Churchill got out of his chair, he stood up before the students, and he said, "No matter what happens in life, may you never, ever, ever give up." And then he sat back down. That was his speech. On another occasion, Winston Churchill also said that success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. So my hope for all of you is that you have many successes and very few failures, that you never give up, and that you never, ever, ever lose your enthusiasm. Thank you for having me. Congratulations.
Congratulations to 2021 Silverthorne Collegiate graduates and award winners. Now I would like to introduce you to Silverthorne Collegiate 2021 Valedictorian Tawsif Kamal.
Hello friends, teachers, staff, parents, students, pets, grandpa, grandma, and obviously the graduating class of 2021. I'm Tawsif Kamal and I'm super honored and grateful to be given this year's valedictory address. To the class of 21, whether you're watching this video with your pants on or pants off, we are graduating. But that doesn't mean we can just leave without looking back at some of the memories that we made together. And there's no better place to start than the first day of school. From Hollycrest, Bloordale, Bloor-Lee, or whatever middle school that you went to, we all started out as scared little kids, overly excited to meet new people. I mean, there was literally like so much things to stress about. We had English essays, finding out our new friend groups, math tests, acne, voice cracks, and obviously making sure that you didn't end up in the grade 12 hallways. And even though most of grade 9 went by with us, like pretty confused all the time, let's not forget about all the amazing accomplishments that we actually did have. We had our grade 9 soccer and basketball team sweeping the city finals, our girls volleyball team making it to provincials, and obviously Jamar bringing home the gold medal for us from officer long jump. And this all happened while we were at school listening to Miss Kamat's amazing stories about her previous adventures and education. Grade 9 math class, you know what I'm talking about. And as grade 9 wrapped up, the time came now for Manitou. For some of us, this meant buying your color gear from head to toe, or packing as much shaving cream as possible, for educational purposes, of course. Nevertheless, Manitou was a time when we truly saw SCI come together as a family. We went out of our comfort zones, from singing and dancing at the talent show, doing improv at drama, or using the cheesiest pickup lines to ask somebody out to the dance. Talking to you, Carthy, Angela, and Nick, and me, and whoever else that did it, because you know what? Even though it happened, it's all over now. So it's all memories. We ran around rehearsing our gym rat routines, plus taking all of those IG pictures while we watched the Manitou sunset. We cherished every moment of it by sitting by the campfire and singing our favorite sad songs. Manitou was a lot of fun, but we definitely can't forget about all the teachers for giving us the opportunity to make Manitou happen. So thank you to all the teachers for all the hard work and time commitment that you put into making Manitou possible. Speaking about teachers, it's kind of crazy how diverse some of ours actually are. I remember the first time that I met Mr. A, he was like a tall, buff, like scary looking dude from the outside. But like after you talk to him for a while, you realize he's like, one of the most caring, calm, and chill teachers who you could call one of the homies. Then you got Mr. Mihalovic. He probably looks like your everyday math teacher, but let's be honest here, man. Like, he'll probably beat you in a race, school you in tennis, and also teach you a lesson or two on self-discipline. You got Miss Rusu. We know that she's a great physics teacher, but did you also know that she's also like a great debater too? All those arguments between her and Pavan were definitely fun to watch. And finally, we got Soroli. Oh, Mr. Soroli. All I can say, and let's be honest, tech class was definitely one of the most fun classes that I've taken at SCI. Okay, but in all honesty though, all the teachers at SCI, we are really, really grateful to you. Like, it doesn't even go without saying. We really wouldn't be the people that we are today without you teachers. And like, I know as cliche as that sounds, it's actually really true. Sometimes it definitely was difficult receiving the tough love treatment or the brutally honest feedback on our English essays, which hurt our egos. But it's okay, because it taught us to both deal with our failures and bounce back quickly as well. From the bottom of my heart and on behalf of the class of 21, a big thank you goes out to all of the teachers at SCI for giving us the tools to take on life. Moving on to our amazing parents, guardians, and family members. Your patience for dealing with their high school stresses, counsel on navigating through life, and forgiveness for all the lunchboxes that we may have lost or the chores that we forgot to do were very much appreciated. We're really, really grateful To you for always being there by our side and showing us unconditional love, despite how much of a pain that we may have been. I'd like to personally give a big shout out to my mom, my dad, and my 2 sisters as well for always being there by my side. Thank you to all the parents for tolerating our teenage years. To the future Olympians, NHLers, football stars, rock climbers, or whatever sport that you played at your time at SCI. Man, can I just say, I'm so jealous of your work ethic. And I'm sure a lot of non-HPs are as well. Your dedication and commitment to your sport is truly inspiring. Whether that meant sacrificing time with family and friends to go to practice or giving up sleep to make sure that you're keeping up with your studies, your effort literally has not gone unnoticed. One thing that we do ask is that once you do get to the big leagues, please don't forget about us. There's a lot that we're going to miss. From dressing up and taking pictures at Semi, walking to Hasties, playing ball at the gym. We're gonna miss all the amazing and questionable experiences at Manitou, both as campers and leaders. We're gonna miss playing chess at the library, Relay for Life, and so much more. A well-renowned philosopher and entrepreneur, Snoop Dogg, once said, "I'd like to thank myself." So all of you, thank yourselves for all of the hard work that you have shown over the years and for what's to come in the future. And whatever that you decide to do, I wish you all love, success, and happiness. Thank you.
Before this virtual commencement ceremony comes to a close, I would like to take a few moments to acknowledge the many people who have made this event possible. I would like to begin by thanking MPP Surma, Trustee McLean, Superintendents Gerhard Hill and Campbell, Principal Iskandar, Vice Principals Sunak and Wiley. Though this commencement ceremony may not have been the ceremony that you had envisioned when you started high school, we are all pleased to be able to celebrate this milestone with each of you and your families this evening. It takes a coordinated effort and commitment by a large group of staff and students to put together a virtual event such as this. The compilation and distribution of graduation bags, which include your OSSD diploma, graduation gown and cap, and yearbook. We would like to acknowledge and thank the office and support staff, Ms. J-Rock, Ms. Kukuleris, and Ms. Gallo for all of their hard work to make this possible for you all this evening. This virtual ceremony would not have been possible without the creation of this virtual celebration by Ms. Skizis, so that our graduates can celebrate this accomplishment with their friends and families. And now to you, the graduates. This night is all about you. You've all worked hard to get here and you deserve the accolades. But you also need to realize that you did not get to this point alone. We need to thank all of your teachers who have taught you and guided you along the way. We also need to acknowledge your families and friends who have stood by you and supported you throughout your high school years. These people also share in your success. In the words of the beloved Dr. Seuss, you're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Congratulations to you, Spartans class of 2021.